boys and girls, I'm going to talk to you about Charley Harper's leaves. Now, I did show you how to do the ladybugs, and in one of his artworks, the ladybugs hibernating, you can see that there are leaves. There's another artwork that we are going to talk about, and that artwork is shadow dancers. And the cool thing about this, there are actually water bugs that are on top, but I want you to take notice of this leaf that is floating on top of the water. And also there's a really cool artwork from the Cincinnati Nature Center that Charley Harper did, and this artwork is called Fall. And take a look at all the different leaves. There's lots of different shapes of leaves. This is a maple leaf. This is a sassafras leaf. This looks like a sycamore leaf. This also is a sassafras leaf. This is a sweet gum leaf. This looks like a tulip tree leaf and an oak tree leaf. So there's lots of different leaves on here, and I'm going to show you how to draw some of them today because they do relate back to all of these different artworks that he incorporated the leaves. Okay, so our very first one we're going to do the one that is in this and in this. So we're going to first start with a line. I'm going to turn my paper this way so that you can see. The first thing we are going to do is start with the line that's down the center. So I'm just going to start with a line that's down the center. And I want you to notice on here, there is the letter V. 1, 2, 3, 4 letter V's. But they're a little bit different sizes. So this one here is a little smaller, then they get a little bigger as they go down. So the one at the very top, we're going to make a V. We're going to make 1. It's a little smaller. Now we're going to go a little bit bigger. 2, 3. I'm going to make this one a little bit smaller. 4. So I've made a line and 4 V's. At the very bottom, you might notice there's a little triangle at the bottom. I'm going to put a little triangle at the bottom. Now, it is up to you. If you would like to create a shape all the way around, you can. Or you can follow Charley Harper's artwork, and what he does is he creates that shape with the color. So I'm going to get my crayon, and I'm going to start creating the shape of the leaf with my crayon. And if you remember when we did the Yayoi Kusama pumpkin, we layered some of our colors. So if that's something that you would like to do, you can do that now. You can add some yellow in there, you could add some red. It is up to you. But this is one way to draw a Charley Harper leaf. If you like this leaf, you can continue to make more of those all over, just like this one. I'm going to show you how to make some more like these on here. So if you would like to continue watching, keep watching. If you think you're done and you just like this leaf, that's great. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to show you how to draw this leaf here called the sweet gum leaf. Okay, so I'm going to start again with my line down the middle. I'm going to make a bigger V, and it's going to be further down. So about here, you can even make a little dot if you want to be a helper dot. And I'm going to create a bigger V. And then from that same dot, I'm going to make a straight line out here and a straight line out here. So it's like a vertical line, a horizontal line, and then these angled lines in here. Now again, going back to the way that Charley Harper added his color, I'm going to talk to you about how to do this with the crayon. You could even do it with a marker. So I'm going to start creating this into a triangle. here. And then I'm going to create this also into a triangle. And notice I haven't connected anything in here yet. That's okay. And then this right here just gets a little bit of color on this side, just right at the bottom. And now I'm going to start bringing these all together. And now I can color in on the inside. And it's up to you if you would like to add some of Charley Harper's little spots. Now I still need to finish coloring that in, but I'm going to bring this up to you so you can see. There are some little spots on these leaves, and that's because as fall moves on, you might start to notice that the leaves are starting to fall apart or they start to get little spots on them. So it just creates a little more interest or texture. So if you would like to leave it like this, you can. If you'd like to add your own lines or your own dots, you can do that. Now I'm going to show you how to do the oak leaf. And again, if you're done, if you like the sweet gum leaf and you want to keep going with that, you can pause the video, you can stop the video, and you can continue with that one. Okay, so now I'm going to do the oak leaf, and I'm going to start again with that line down the middle. And we're doing the V's again. The top part is a V like this. Then we're going to come down and do a bigger V like this. And we're going to do a bigger V. And then we're going to come down and do a smaller V. Now that one, mine needs to be fixed a little bit. I got a little too long on that side. I had to even it out. Okay, now this is a little bit trickier with the shapes. It's not as easy as doing the triangle, but another thing that's kind of nice about it is since it doesn't have to be exactly the same on both sides, you have a little bit more wiggle room. So I'm going to do his style again, where I just start making the outline around these lines. So I'm going to start with a little bit of a bump here, and I'm going to bump out. So these are softer curves. This is not like the sweet gum leaf where it was a little sharper and with the triangles. So this is a little softer. And I'm going to come in like this. So it's almost like I'm hugging all around these lines with curves. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to come down, I'm going to curve, and I'm going to hug around. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to curve and hug around. Now when I get to this bottom part, I'm going to kind of bump out, down, do the same thing over here, bump out, and come back down. I'm going to do another rounded curve, and do another bump out and down. I'm just almost like a creative circling of all of these little lines that came out. Keep going. And I'm going to meet it like that. And then I'm going to color it all in. And keep on going. So you kind of get the idea. We create the inside lines first, and then we do the coloring of the shape around it. So this is probably the easier one of the shape because it's just like two curved lines and then filling it in. This is the triangle one, the sweet gum leaf, and this is the oak. It gets a little more organic or rounded. And if there's any other ones that you would like to try, you can always take a look at this artwork by Charley Harper, and you can go very close and see if there's any other leaves that you are inspired by and you would like to try for yourself. And maybe you can even go outside and find some that you would like to try. But as always, the most important thing is to enjoy yourself and stay creative.